Point, Frank, this course features some breathtaking scenery.
It certainly does, Rich. Changes of elevation, and it's in phenomenal shape. We've got to send our thanks out to the superintendent, Peyton Duncan, who's got the course exactly primed. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy the views. Take your camera as well. This is very scenic up in New England. It's gone for a little extra. I'm loving that balance.
Frank, I know you love boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
He can't be that good. This looks like it's going to find the target.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Clean this up with a tap. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Resuming the action. Let's go out to hole number 11. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing all right, Rich. It's just, you compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Headed for the bunker, I think. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. On the green in regulation. Locked in on the read and the speed. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
Moving on to the 12th hole now. Par 4, 439 yards. Headed for the bunker. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. All right, Frank, second shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good lie. Just take maybe half a club more than the distance allows. Still got to check the wind. Don't have to fly the ball all the way to the flag from here.
Frank, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and get any more out of that. Smart shot.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Just keeping the leaders within sight, Frank.
Doing a good job, really. Leaders at the moment, they seem to be in a playing to a different level, but top 10, Interesting over these next few holes. This has exploded off the club face.
Now the second shot to the par 5. This could be
straight at it.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
Now to the par 3 14th. It is 240 yards. What a golf course, Frank. I mean, this tests the best in the world. I'm talking about McIlroy and Jordan Spieth and Ricky Fowler. 700-yard par 5s and nearly 600-yard par 4s. This is all you want.
It certainly is, and that's why the total yardage of this golf course is nearly 7,700 yards. This par 3, just a beast at 240 yards. One thing you want to do, though, is avoid Lake Zimmer. It's that big body of water to the right. If anything, though, look at the green. It shapes a little to the right, so you can use that left side of the green, which is away from the lake. It's a smart way to play this.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par.
Solid play, heart of the green. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Now at -2 for the day. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. On to the 13th, and Frank, I love golf courses where you run into something you've never seen before. I have never played a par 5 of 700 or more yards. Here it is. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be, what, 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Frank, uphill shot. What did you like to do on a play like this?
The biggest thing really is to try and work on your balance. You've got to make sure you get through the shot and normally take an extra club.
Down, little Sheba. Down! Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
And great execution. Right out of the bunker and right next to the hole. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Clean this up with a tap. In for a bogey. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some big numbers on this golf course. I would think if you walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. That's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But there's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you've got to be looking at, that front left section.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. It's a good-looking putt right here. You might like it. Headed in the right direction with that birdie.
Just sneaks into the top 10. It's a good move this week. That's an absolute beauty.
This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It's third round coverage of the Northeast Invitational. Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. This has been a tee to green clinic. Absolutely perfect. Everything coming off the center of the club face, and everything in regulation.
That not go in.
That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Did the job right there. Standing over the ball here at the par 5 11th. Great line. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich. This eagle on the cards. Hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. It up on the green. It is about 28 feet away from home. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. 12th hole now, and Frank, the long hitters could have an advantage here.
If they want to take a very dangerous line over that left side, this is really where the shot maker has the advantage. That hole bending completely to the left. You'd like to hit a draw there, so use those bunkers down the through side of the fairway and then just sort of shape that ball towards the green. Interesting shaped green, really 3 different sections to this, and of course 3 bunkers, each protecting a different portion.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
It's that sneaky distance.
Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards, par 5. It might should be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie.
What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
So through 54 holes, a really good position inside the top 5 with 1 round to go.
Yeah, and those handful of players that we're looking at, Rich, they certainly have looked the best players this week, which makes tomorrow look like a real thriller.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the start of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's the final round of the Northeast Invitational.
Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, 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 rough.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance. Not a problem there, Rich.
Settles in over the putt. And he makes it for a bogey here. The round continues at Lighthouse Point, and Frank, the 15th hole is a par 4, only 387 yards. This one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
That's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Just a little tap in here. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
For par. Chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Well, Frank, I love this par 5 17th. Not only is it fun to play, but if you head over the Juniata Crossway Bridge ahead, you can find Brent's Lobster Shack, which is one of the best lobster rolls I have ever had. And you know, they specialize in that up here in Maine. But what a hole. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that. And this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. He'll need to be strong with this. Try up next. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Continues to putt beautifully. Frank, we've made it to the finishing hole. If you're having a good day, you stop and you reflect for just a moment. The beauty surrounding you, how well you've played. If it hasn't gone all that well, you're thinking about jumping on the Juniata Crossway Bridge off to the left and getting out of Dodge.
He goes after it like he is here. Grab the fire extinguisher, put out the... That is on fire. It's melting going through the air. Oh, it's fine.
That is an unusual golf swing, but those have worked throughout time. Lee Trevino, Ray Floyd, Jim Furyk. They've done all right, haven't they? Good-looking shot right here. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.